I got a declaration for the year 2025 that I'm going to drop on you right now.
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna attend my first live golf event in the year 2025.
Really? What brought this along?
So on Sunday, I was watching the team championship in Dallas for a couple minutes, and first off, I got to say, I hate, and maybe this makes me sound like a fossil, like the old guard, but I hate the music in the background during a heated competition. I just hate it. And I was even thinking, I was like, why is it that I despise that? But I was even thinking, like, during in an NHL game, they'll play music in between whistles, but then they make sure that when they get ready to drop that puck, cut the music. And it's this dramatic silence or crowd noise is really the only thing that's in the background, or the announcer. And I'm trying to watch, and there's like they got a big putt for the Ripper GC, and you could just hear whatever. It might be Morgan Wallen, it might be Drake, it could be anybody. You could just hear it the whole time in the background. And it just makes it really hard for me to think that, like, it feels like they're warming up the whole time. Like, it feels like they're broadcasting the warm up and they're going to cut the music for the real thing. And they never do. That's my one rant on I had to get off. But outside of that, they're playing out there. I think it was the Ripper GC who won the title. John Rahm couldn't play all weekend. He had gotten, I think, a really bad case of the flu. So he sat the entire weekend and wasn't playing. But I was tuning in. I was watching because it was the team championship. There's really no PGA Tour golf going on. Football hadn't quite started yet when I was kind of tuning in. So I was watching the live a little bit. And, it was nothing that jumped out that made me overly fired up, other than the fact that I was seeing guys on the coverage, Cam Smith. I was seeing you got like Mark Leishman. I was watching Kevin Knott, like guys playing golf that I hadn't seen play golf, dude, in like years. Like some of the live golfers that are non-major championship golfers that I was watching play. And I was like, it'd be nice to kind of get out there and just chop it up with these guys during a practice round, see what the event is like as a spectator. And I actually, if it weren't for this last weekend with travel and stuff, I was going to try to make it work where I could go down to Dallas and attend the event. But anyways, the whole thing, maybe jot down in my little notes here that 2025, I don't know which event, I don't know at what point in the schedule, but I'm going to attend a live golf event in 2025.
I think that's a great idea. You bring up a good point of like just getting, in our job, FaceTime with the professional golfers is a big deal. We're not journalists in any respect, but like even just a little bit of familiarity when we go to these tournaments is like, oh yeah, I remember that person exists. That's currency for like maybe doing a video later on and like, oh yeah, I just saw that guy. We talked about X. Like that is important. And yeah, we just haven't been to a live event. That we haven't been to a single one. And there's still very, very good and very popular professional golfers out there. And from what I've gathered or what we've been told or I've seen in an email that I sort of read is like live is like do whatever you want when you come out here. You can walk right behind these guys. You can be on the range. You can be on the golf course while they're playing and like talk to them. So I think it's a good idea. If we're just the world has just opened up now. Whatever the Saudis wanted to do with live has largely been accomplished, and it's a known entity that people watch and follow, and they attend the events. So whatever they wanted to do, congratulations to them. And we're probably going to start going to them, like you're saying, to see these players and potentially make content out of it. So I think there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just the way of the world. And it's just another golf event, not no different than when we go to the majors or we go to the big PGA Tour events where it's like, hey, we're just trying to get FaceTime with these players to make a relationship. And I think that's a great idea going forward. So 2025, you're going to one of these events at least. And I'm sure a couple of us will end up going to them.
Yeah, that's it. And I was texting back and forth with Graham McDowell a few weeks ago, and I just made me start thinking, like I was kind of thinking about Keegan Bradley. And I was thinking like same kind of bucket for a couple of the guys that have gone over to live. Keegan's a little younger, but like gone over to live as like a little bit older. And I was like, I don't know how these guys that are not in the majors, I have no idea how they're playing. I don't know how Graham McDowell's playing. And I would like to just kind of go and be out there and chop it up with him. I like that guy. He's funny. He's got a great little English accent. And then I was thinking like the Like Anthony Kim. I'd go watch Anthony Kim play golf in person like that.
Yeah.
I haven't done that ever. I don't know if I've ever seen Anthony Kim play golf in person. Like, I don't know that I was going to
True.
events in person when he was playing on the PGA Tour before the whole hiatus. And so I just kind of was thinking about it like the non-major championship live golfers that I just haven't seen in forever. I really want to go to events. So I'm putting that on there. People can hold me to that next year. I'm sure some of the live bot accounts will tweet this whole thing out, which is fine. I'm going to go to a live event next year. I imagine we all are. We got to pick one, go, do the whole thing, have ourselves a great time.